Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most rebellious and powerful figures in Chinese mythology, the Lotus Prince, Nizar. His story is a whirlwind of defiance, sacrifice, and rebirth. A true epic that has captivated audiences for centuries. So, grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's unravel the incredible legend of Nizar. Our story begins in the Shang dynasty, with a military commander named Li Jing and his wife, Lady Yin. For 3 long years and 6 months, Lady Yin was pregnant. Everyone in the Chenting Pass was whispering, wondering what kind of child would take so long to be born. When the day finally came, it wasn't a baby she delivered, but a giant, fleshy ball of meat. A terrified Li Jing, thinking it was a demon, drew his sword and slashed it open. But instead of something monstrous, a beautiful, fully grown boy leaped out. This was Nizar. Shortly after his birth, a Taoist immortal named Tai Zhen arrived. He saw the boy's extraordinary nature and took him as his disciple, giving him the name Nizar. Tai also gifted him to powerful magic weapons, the Universe Ring and the Armillary Sash. The Universe Ring was a golden bracelet that could expand and shrink at will, capable of striking down any foe. The Armillary Sash was a long, red silk ribbon that could bind enemies and even create fire and wind. With these treasures, Nizar was no ordinary child. He was destined for greatness, but also for a great deal of trouble. Nizar was a playful and energetic boy, but he had a fiery temper and immense strength he couldn't quite control. One scorching hot day, he went to the nearby Nine Twist River, an extension of the East Sea, to cool off. He dipped his armillary sash into the water and began to swish it round. Such was the power of the magical sash that his playful splashing caused the entire underwater palace of the Dragon King of the East Sea to shake violently. Disturbed by the commotion, the Dragon King sent a scout, Li Jing, to investigate. When Li Jing confronted Nizar and insulted him, Nizar's temper fled. In a flash, he threw his Universe Ring, striking the scout and ending his life instantly. The news reached the Dragon King, who was enraged. He sent his beloved third son, Ao Bing, to capture Nizar and bring him to justice. Ao Bing arrived in a storm, demanding Nizar's surrender. But Nizar was fearless. A fierce battle erupted between the young boy and the Dragon Prince. Despite Ao Bing's power, he was no match for Nizar and his divine weapons. In the heat of the fight, Nizar not only defeated Ao Bing, but also pulled out his dragon tendon to make a belt for his father, Li Jing, as a trophy. This act was the ultimate insult. The Dragon King was beyond grief and fury. He gathered the other 3 Dragon Kings of the 4 seas and threatened to flood the entire Chenting Pass, drowning all its innocent people, unless Li Jing handed over his son. Nizar watched as his parents were torn between their love for him and their duty to their people. He saw the fear in the eyes of his neighbors, all suffering because of his actions. In a moment of profound maturity and sacrifice, Nizar made a heartbreaking decision. To save his family and the people of Chenting Pass, he stood before the Dragon Kings and declared that he alone was responsible. He returned his flesh to his mother and his bones to his father, taking his own life to appease the dragon's wrath. It was a tragic end for a boy so full of life. But this was not the end of Nizar's story. His soul, unwilling to disperse, drifted to his master, Tai Zhen, the immortal, moved by his disciples' filial piety and ultimate sacrifice. Decided to give him a new life, he gathered the petals, stems, and roots of a divine lotus flower and, using his profound Taoist magic, constructed a new body for Nizar. This time, his body was not of flesh and blood, but of pure, fragrant lotus, reborn from the lotus, Nizar was more powerful than ever. His master armed him with even more incredible weapons, the fire-tipped spear and the wind fire. Wheels, these flaming wheels, attached to his feet, allowed him to travel at incredible speeds across the sky. He was no longer just a boy, he was a true immortal warrior, a protected deity. His first act upon rebirth was to seek out the Dragon King for a final confrontation. He stormed the Dragon Palace. And this time, the Dragon King stood no chance. Nizar thoroughly defeated him, forcing him to submit and promise never to threaten the mortal world again. However, his relationship with his father, Li Jing, remained strained. Li Jing was still fearful of his son's immense power and rebellious nature. Their conflict escalated until another powerful deity gifted Li Jing a golden pagoda, a magical artifact that could trap any being, including Nizar. Only then was a fragile peace established between father and son. Later, Nizar would become a key general in the army of King Wu, helping to overthrow the corrupt Shang dynasty. His incredible powers, unwavering courage, and complex journey from a troublesome child to a revered guardian deity cemented his place as one of the most beloved figures in Eastern mythology. His story is a powerful reminder that even after the greatest mistakes, there is always a path to redemption, and that true strength is found not in defiance, but in the courage to protect others, even at the cost of oneself. And that's the epic tale of Nizar. From a rebellious child born of a flesh ball to a heroic lotus prince, his journey is truly one for the ages. What do you think of his story? Do you see him as a hero, a troublemaker, or something in between? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into mythology, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more epic stories from around the world. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, stay curious.